Okay, so Arugam just informed that he will not be able to join today because of some support work he has. So yeah, we will start now. Let me share my screen quickly. So guys, today we are going to start with a new topic, that is data loading into Snowflake. So we will look at how to load data into Snowflake, right? And what are the various commands Snowflake offers so that we can load data into our tables. Okay, so there are quite a few options here through which you can load your data into Snowflake. There's a limited amount of data that you can load through Web UI. If you remember, I had loaded the data through Web UI where I had mentioned that it is preferable for very less amount of data to load through the Web UI from the load data option, and around 50 MB data load is recommended. So it is not basically recommended for heavy bulk loading. Let me just log in and show that option to you. I have shown it already in my previous sessions, but I'll just show it again to refresh your memory. So here, if we go to any database and go to some tables here. So this is a new batch for which I loaded some data. So if you select, and you can load data from here, right? So you can choose the warehouse, and then you can choose the files from your local system somewhere. And then you can go next. And sorry, you have to select a file, and maybe I'll just select one file just for the sake of going forward. And next, then you need to select a file format. If you don't select, it will take by default the CSV format, right? And then there are a few options that come, that what to do if error comes during parsing the file, and then we load it. So we have seen this, right? We have earlier in our very early days of the Snowflake, when we were looking at the Web UI tool, we had come across this option. So this is one option, but again, this is for very limited data, not for bulk loading. And Snowflake recommends only 50 MB of data that you can load through here, right? So you can just click on any table and load as per your, the structure of the table. So this is one option. So we will not look at that because in my previous sessions, I've already taken it. But in case you guys have forgotten, do let me know. You can try by yourself also. So I'll just show you the file that I loaded for my recent batch, and for you guys also I loaded the same. It's just a normal file, CSV file of students. So student ID, the name of the student, and what are their designations currently, whether they are working professional, student, etc. And the table that I've created was Snowflake students December. And if I just preview the data here, so I just created 3 columns: student ID, student name, and designation. Okay, so you also guys can try it out if you want to. It's very easy. Okay, next. So we will not load through this because we have already loaded. So you guys remember this, or you guys don't remember this? If you can let me know on chat, or you want me to show a quick demo, just let me know on the chat or on the mic, whatever is preferable.
I think it's normal from desktop.
Hey guys, I have been speaking for quite a while. Did you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. But I was talking about all this. I was showing this Web UI option here. Did you hear me when I was talking?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Suddenly I saw that I have a mute option on my this settings here. Anyway, good that you were able to hear. So do you guys remember this? How to load from here, or do you want me to show you once more?
You can show.
Okay, no problem. So what I'll do is I'll just truncate this table. Same table, okay? Please name, truncate everything. successfully. So no data now. So if I want to load this table here, you can click on that and load table also. So you can select whatever warehouse that you have, designated for such kind of activity. Then next, and then select the file that you want to load. So my file is this SF students, okay. And as you can see, it is a comma separated file. Then I go next. Then I choose a file format. So a file format is another object in Snowflake. Okay, let me just cancel it once. So there is an object called as file formats, and that is also comes under the databases. Okay, so you can, so why this file format is, so it basically, when you are loading a file, you are telling Snowflake or the cloud service layer that, what structure of the file to expect, like whether it would be a CSV, a comma separated value, a structured file, or will it be a tab delimited file, or will it be a pipe delimited file, or it could be a JSON file, or it could be an XML file. What is the row delimiter? Row separator. What is are the columns enclosed in quotes, double quotes, and that kind of stuff. So you are telling the Snowflake before loading what is the file structure that you're loading. Okay, so accordingly, it can apply its algorithms behind the scenes and load the data. Right? So that is why we create a file format. And if you don't pass a file format, okay, if you don't pass what is the expected file format structure that you're loading, then by default, Snowflake considers it as a CSV, comma separated value. Okay, so this is here where you create file formats, right? So this is the option here to create a file format. You can name any file format you want. Let me just delete this here. I'll just drop it. Okay, and I'll create a new object of file format, and I'll call it, say I'm creating a CSV structured file format. Okay, my CSV underscore FF. I'm going to create it in public schema. Format type is, so here there are various files that are supported for loading. It is the CSV, and these are all semi-structured, right? JSON, XML. Sorry? Yeah. So here you have various file formats that Snowflake allows you to load, like JSON, XML, Avro, ORC, Parquet, right? So these are all semi-structured, and this CSV is a structured format. So this case that we're loading here is a structured CSV format. You can select compression method here. That I've not used this much here, but by default, I think it takes gzip. Then you have what is the column separator. So in our case, it is comma, right? So here you can, if it is pipe delimited, you can choose that also. So you will have other options like vertical bar, you can have tab, or you can have other also. So where you can mention your own delimiter, which is there in the file, okay? So here you mentioned the delimiter. So we have comma, so we will say comma. Then row separator, what separates each row? So we have a new line here. So you have various other options like carriage return. Then in others you can specify your own separator if you have. Then right now we'll say new line. And how many header lines to skip? So sometimes you have the column names at the first line, right? Here you will have ID, comma, name, comma, designation, something like that. So you can skip this. If you want to skip this, you can do that. I'll just keep it as it is, maybe. Okay. Right? And if you want to skip this, so say 1. So it will skip the first line. If you say 10, it will skip the first 10 lines. This is field optionally enclosed by. So sometimes you can have a string which is optionally enclosed by double quotes, single quotes. So you can just, tell them. If it's none, then you can just say none. And if it's a null string, so what is the null string identified as? Whether it's a /n or null or other, right? So, and if there is a space before and after your value, do you want to trim it? Okay, so you can select this option if you want. Right now, I don't have anything like that, so I'm not selecting it. And as always, you can either create it from the web UI, or you can have your own SQL also. So let me just copy paste this. Okay, close. I will create it from the directly from the web UI. Okay. And to keep it in a good structured format, as far as like the real-time scenarios, what I'll do is I'll create a separate schema in the database which will just hold all the file formats. Okay. So I'm creating a separate schema in DemoDB called as file formats, and there I will keep all the file formats that I'm going to create. So let me create a file format schema in DemoDB. In this schema, I'll be creating my file formats. Whatever we are going to see, I'm going to create them under that. So let's call it my CSV_FF file format. So I've already explained to you all this. So I'm going to create it in this schema here, file formats. CSV, all this is fine. I need to keep this as 1 because we added the header, and you can have the SQL. Okay. Close, cancel. So now we are in DemoDB file formats, right? So see, the syntax is create file format. Okay. Then give the name of the file format, give whatever type it is, compression, field delimiter, record delimiter, and all this comes from that options that you have selected from the web UI. Okay. Okay. So let me create this file format. This is successfully created. Now I will load that file from the web UI option that it gives us. As I just mentioned, this is only recommended for 50 MB, up to 50 MB of data. And this is not an option for bulk data loading. Okay, this is just for some simple data load where you can do your unit testing quickly. Okay, for QA guys or for developer guys, you can just load a small set of data into your table, and whatever you have unit test cases, you can run them on that. So let me load this data. I will use the specific warehouse that I've created for such purposes for loading data. Then I will select this file from my local system somewhere. So this is the student's file, this one. This one here. Next, this is already selected. Here you will get different options. Like if you have multiple CSVs, you will have different options. And next, then what to do if the file which is getting parsed that you are loading gets some errors. So you have some options that do not load any data in the file. So okay, completely discard the file and stop loading, roll back and return the error. Okay, so if you have started to load and in between there is an error, so roll back everything and return the error. Do not load any data in the file if the error count exceeds. So out of say 10, you have a threshold or a tolerable limit of say 3 records. Okay, if 3 records are not there, you can continue loading the other ones partially. So you can use this and give the limit value, threshold value, and continue loading valid data. So whatever valid rows are there, load it, and rest leave it. Okay, so all these options are there, and just load. Click on load. So it gave us the result that 3 rows were parsed properly and 3 rows got loaded also, right? So, but we have 4 rows, but we have skipped the first one because obviously that is just giving the structure of the file. Now, if we come back and look at the data, review data, Okay, so we have got it loaded. So this is one direct way of loading from web UI, but as I said, this is not recommended or leave recommended. It is not possible also to load bulk files from here. Okay, it only up to 50 MB is recommended by Snowflake. And I told you the purpose of using this web UI, right? The loading mechanism. So this is one. Then there is another which is called as bulk data loading. Okay, that is done through the Snow SQL client command line interface software. Okay, so and the other one is real-time data. You know, as the data comes, it gets loaded into Snowflake. So that is through Snowpipe. Okay, and other obviously is ETL, where you can have an ETL in between your source and destination. So destination being Snowflake and source could be anything. It could be a file, it could be a CRM system, it could be other database. You can have a ETL in between like Informatica, Talent, Matillion, etc. And then you can load it through that. So obviously this is out of scope because we are not using any ETL in this course here, but we are going to see all these other ones, right? So Snow SQL. So as I said, yeah.
So you told that is out of scope, right? ETL. So real time now, what they are using Snowpipe or currently there's Snowflake development?
Your voice is breaking a bit, but I somehow understood. You are asking in real time we are using ETL or Snowpipe, right?
Yes.
No, see, it depends. It depends on Snowpipe is for real time data, like the continuous data from Twitter. So data keeps coming from Twitter, right? Which is not stopping. So that time you use Snowpipe. So the Snow SQL is for batch related data mostly, which is bulk data. When you have your files coming in and at a particular interval of time, you are processing all those files like a batch system, like maybe on a nightly basis or, you know, some particular scheduled interval of time. But Snowpipe is not a scheduled kind of ingestion of data. It is as and when the data comes, it gets loaded into your Snowflake table. While
so
ETL,
Abdul, that is Snowflake is a replacement for Kinesis or Kafka real-time streaming, right? Event-based streaming. That's what you mean, right?
Snowflake is not.
No, Snowpipe.
Snowpipe, yeah, Snowpipe, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but that is for real time, okay? But Snow SQL, bulk data loading, and ETL tools. I'm not sure. I think ETL tools also support real time. I guess NiFi, Apache NiFi, and those kind of ETLs. I think they also support real time. But to answer your question, it's not like that. I mean, it depends on what kind of source you have. Okay, if you do not have a direct connectivity to Snowflake, right, then you will have to have a ETL in between, maybe Python or maybe Informatica, maybe Matillion or whatever. For example, MySQL and Oracle might not have a direct connectivity with Snowflake, right? So you might want to have JDBC drivers in between, or ODBC drivers, or some ETL which has connectors of Snowflake and Oracle. But there are some sources where you can load directly into Snowflake. For example, just I showed you the local file system. That is from my local file system, I have loaded into my cloud data warehouse Snowflake. So like that, you have other options of sources which you can directly load into Snowflake. For example, you can load directly a file from S3 bucket in AWS into Snowflake. Okay, directly. You don't need an intervention of ETL tool in there. Okay, you can directly load from Azure Blob. You can directly load from GCP buckets into Snowflake. Okay, but for example, you say I want to load something from Oracle to Snowflake. So then directly it's not possible. You need to have a ETL tool in between, or you extract data files from Snowflake into S3 and then load from them. So it depends how you design the pipeline. It's up to your project or company.
Abdul, I also have a question when you talk about the ETL tool.
Yeah.
I was trying to understand if we own on-premise Informatica domain, which is local Informatica domain, Power Center 10, the version of 10 Power Center installation. Can we connect to the Snowflake using that? Not IECS. I'm telling about the on-premise Informatica domain, right? And instances. Through this, can we connect to Informatica Snowflake? Do we have connections to enable?
I don't have experience on Informatica, so I cannot answer that. But I have some experience on Matillion.
So Matillion, is it possible?
Yeah, possible.
Oh, we have a connectors to connect to Snowflake directly.
Yeah, so Matillion is actually platform specific. So Matillion comes in 3 platforms. One is Matillion with Redshift, one is Matillion with Snowflake, and one is Matillion with I think Synapse or BigQuery. I think BigQuery. So there are 3 flavors of Matillion which comes. So one is they're all specific to platforms. So you can have any sources like Oracle, you can have MySQL. Sources can be anything, but the destination will always be Snowflake in that case.
Yeah, so Matillion, you mean to say Matillion is also cloud platform then?
Yeah, it's a cloud.
Yeah, then that case we have IACS to replace the Matillion or equivalent to the Matillion.
Yes, but I think ICS is what? It is license based, right?
Yeah, the same way we have, right? The Snowflake, it is a cloud based ETL tool. You don't need to install.
But is it pay per use or is it license based?
License used. It is not free. Even
okay, so Matillion is pay per use.
Oh, pay per use. Okay.
Yes. So that is why it was awarded as the best partner of Snowflake also in 2021 or 2020 or 2021 something.
I was trying to read. Okay, yeah.
No, go ahead. Yeah, you were trying to read.
Yeah. Then I was trying to see the connectors for Snowflake in Informatica 10. I did not see real time that is being used. If you want to connect to the Snowflake from the on-premise Informatica instance or any on-premise Informatica ETL infrastructure, right? It is not possible, it looks like.
Okay. So maybe then IICS will definitely have that.
IICS has Informatica Intelligent Cloud Platform, right? Intelligent Cloud Service. That is the product which is meant for the cloud platform only.
Right.
Yeah. Any cloud platform only.
Look, like for Talend also, there are 2 flavors, right? Talend has this big data integration also separate. So in that, I think you will get Snowflake connector.
Yeah, I think we can, I will go through more.
So are you using Informatica?
Yeah, we are using Informatica. Yeah, on-premise Informatica.
On-premise, okay.
Yeah, we have Informatica 10. So that is we are using for internal purposes, which means not the cloud. We are using ETL only inside our domain. So
got it.
So we are exploring options to connect to cloud.
Snowflake, okay.
Yeah.
So Matillion, any cloud, right? Any
cloud, yeah.
Okay. Okay, Matillion has a restriction that it comes in only 3 flavors. Okay. So but there are others also, like Fivetran is there, Stitch is there, all you can see, look at them also if you want. So let me just show you here. See, we have this partner connect here, right? So if you see here, so see, you have this Informatica. You know Informatica?
Yeah.
You have worked on Informatica?
Yeah.
So do one thing. This is for anyone who knows Informatica, okay? You just go to Partner Connect, click here, okay? What it will do is it will give you it will create an instance of Informatica for you. It will give you that URL in your mail ID. It will send you that URL, okay? And it will create a separate database in Snowflake which you can work on Informatica for. This is the details that will be created. The database name will be this. It will create a separate warehouse also for you. This will be the user that you will be using to log in with, and this will be the system role that they will create, and they will give you the password once you create this Informatica instance. So this will be a trial account, basically. Informatica trial account which you can directly connect with your Snowflake account and do your loading and transformations. So you can try that if you want. Okay.
Yeah.
Just go through this. If you get any problem, ask me. I will help you how to, how this works. But of course, Informatica, I don't know. Once you are into Informatica, then you can, work on the transformation that you know. I know Matillion and all that, so I can work on that, but not Informatica. Similarly, you have Talent ETL, you have Stitch, you have Stream, so many things. So this will give you 15-day trial, free trial. So you can make good use of it. Okay, so ETL is out of scope for us. Then what we will be first looking at is through the bulk data loading. Okay, and then we'll go to real time. So data loading into Snowflake, it offers you with both structured and semi-structured, right? And we just saw the options in the file formats also, right? So we had CSV, we had JSON, Avro, Parquet, ORC, and XML also. Okay, so the first thing that we have to do is we have to go to help, all of us. We have to go to download, okay? And we have to download this one, CLI, client, it's NoSQL. The command line interface for Snowflake is NoSQL. So all the queries that you are firing here on the web UI, right? That same things you can fire on the CLI, okay? So just download this Windows one, okay? And let me know once you guys have downloaded. And anybody downloaded?
I think my free trial is gone.
Sorry? Free trial is gone?
It is gone. It says.
Is it asking you to add billing and all that?
Yeah, it is asking me to. All the virtual warehouses have been suspended and you no longer have access to the full set of features. Add billing information to continue using Snowflake.
Okay, so do one thing, just close that whole thing, that page, and with the same Gmail ID, create quickly one more account, same Gmail ID.
Okay.
And I hope you will see the org admin role now. Because some of them did not get in the other batch. Some people got, some people did not get. Just quickly make an account. You know what to choose, right? Business critical edition you need to choose.
Okay.
How about others? You guys are able to download?
Yeah, I do have the same problem.
For you also deactivated?
It's got
okay. Okay, you also create the same from the same email ID. You don't need any other email ID. And what about Vinod? Is your fine or is it expired?
No, I have created last week. I think I started that registering part also.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I created with the enterprise.
Enterprise. Okay. Fine, no problem. I mean, some things you will might not be able to do
Okay.
in your account, but that's fine because once you choose an edition, right, you cannot change it.
Yes, yes. So I have logged in now.
Right. So if you see this help here, go to
Yeah.
help, download, go to download, and
Yes.
then in this CLI command line interface, click here, Snowflake repository here, and it will download the CLI setup for you.
Okay. I'm into that. So do I need to download the latest version?
Yes, yes,
SnowSQL.
yes, the latest one. Maybe I'll give you the hosting rights. Okay? You can probably share your screen. Yeah, I've given you the. I'll stop my screen. You can share your screen.
Yes. So I'm into the wizard now. So
Yeah, go ahead. Next. Install. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, just hold on. So see, just read this quickly. Okay, so it's telling you what to do, right? So open a new terminal window, execute the command to test your condition. So connection. So you need to execute this command. Okay, slow SQL -a, your account name -u, your login name. Okay, then it will ask you to enter password. So you can enter password. It will let you log in. Other
okay.
thing is add connection. Blah blah blah. Leave that. Execute the command to. Okay, so connecting to Snowflake, you always need to execute this NoSQL command. Then -a, your account name, -u, your username. Okay, finish.
So
Go to CMD. Okay, now SnowSQL, type SnowSQL, -a. Okay, let it run. You have press enter, right?
yes.
Let it run.
While logged in.
Yeah, just clear the screen. Yeah, now SnowSQL. Snow, SQL -a. Yeah, what space? Yeah, go to your URL. Yeah, yeah. Copy your account name. That one, OV. Yeah, that is also part of your URL. First
Yes.
part of the URL. Okay, space -u. Then your username, Vinod Snowflake 5 something. Enter. Hold on. Enter your password. Yeah, hold on. It will take some time because first time it will take a little time because we are connecting to cloud, right?
Yeah.
Just hold on for 1 or 2 minutes. Let's see.
Abdul, for me, it is showing Bootstrap folder.
You already created?
No, I created an account, I activated it, then I went to help download, when I click the download Snowflake repository,
Yeah.
CLI client, Snowflake repository, I'm redirected to a page which shows.
Yeah. So in that, download the latest one.
Windows x86-64.
Yeah, don't know whichever is the latest. Just, I mean, it will be, you will be getting version, right? What will be version?
No, it was showing the first folder was Bootstrap. Then Bootstrap, file name is 1.2. Then inside 1.2, I have 3 files, which is Darwin.
So just a minute. So, Vinod, can you click that tab of Snowflake repository? You have that third tab open, right? Can you just click on that?
This one?
That third tab, Snowflake repository. After the worksheet.
Chrome.
Up.
Yeah, that one. That third tab. No, not there. On the
tab.
The Chrome tab. Yeah, here, right? You are on this page, right?
Snowflake 1, 2. No, for me, it is going Bootstrap 1.2. Yeah. Yes, MSI.
Yeah. So go to the last one, 1.29. No, Vinod, you don't have to go.
Yeah, I didn't go. I'm just waiting for this login.
Yeah, just
it
will take some time.
August 8th.
What is it saying? Failed to connect. Okay. Verify the account is correct. Okay. Do one thing, Vinod. Copy exactly case wise. So just copy from the URL. Just say SnowSQL again. SnowSQL -a. Copy from the URL. Copy from the URL till region, maybe region. Yeah, let's try that. Sometimes it wants region also. Let me just quickly see my settings also this time. Yeah, then give -u and give that in caps. Okay.
Space, right? After -u?
Yes, space. Venkat, what about you?
Yeah, I logged in. I downloaded the Bootstrap. After Bootstrap, it's 1.2. We have Linux and Windows. We need to click on Linux or Windows?
Window. You are using Windows machine, right?
Yes.
Okay. Are you sure you are giving the right password? Okay, you gave the wrong spelling for Snowflake.
Oh, sorry.
Snowflake.
Then post we need to click on that 1.2.9 Windows last one.
Yeah, last one. If you want to stop sharing your screen, you can enter your password peacefully. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You can enter your password peacefully. No worry. Can you make me the host? Okay, wait. Let me see if I. Yeah, it's okay. Continue, Vinod. I am the host now. I'll just come in 1 minute, guys. In the meantime, just download it and just coming in 1 minute.
Yeah, I've logged into that SQL. SnowSQL actually.
It's connecting for you?
Yeah, it connected.
Okay. What database it's connected to?
1 minute. Can I share or 1 minute?
Just give me 1 minute. I'll be back. Huh? You
Okay.
can share. I'll make you the host. Just a minute. I'll be back, guys. Okay.
Vinod.
Yeah.
Vinod, you used SnowSQL space -a.
Yeah, what you have to do is you get the region name also in the URL. If you see here, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
From here, I need. Yeah.
Okay,
from
before
here,
aws.com. Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
yes. So, and space, one space, -u, and then your login name. Caps. All caps.
then minus U, is it?
Yeah, one space and then minus U, then one more space and then login name. It will ask for your password.
Okay, I'm back. So connect to some database, Vinod.
It is compute_warehouse.
Yeah, that is the warehouse. So there's no database and schema that's connected. So connect to some database. How will you connect? Do you remember the command? Anybody remembers the command?
No.
No. What about others? Do they remember the command? Okay. We don't type use database. DAT. Yeah. Then space whatever database you want to connect to. So go for DemoDB. No, go for DemoDB. Yeah. Enter. Semicolon. Enter. Okay. See, it shows you it's now connected at the rate demo_db.public. Okay. So by default, it connects to public schema. But if you want to use other schema, you can say use schema in the name of your particular schema. Okay. Right. So this is how. Just write a small query like select current_user. _user brackets. No need of from. These are context queries. Semicolon enter. Okay, so your current user is Vinod Snowflake, right? Okay, what about others? Are you able to connect to your Snowflake account? Like how Vinod has connected?
Yeah, I'm getting an error of could not connect to Snowflake backend after 0 attempt, aborting. So if the error is unclear, enable login using something and goodbye. Let me share my screen. Can you make me?
Yeah, just a minute.
You have to share. Share screen.
Yeah, you can share now.
Are you able to see my screen now?
Yeah. Yes.
This is what I'm getting. This is what I used.
No, but your login name is that @gmail.com?
Yeah, that's my email ID.
Show your account.
Password. Stop. I will share the entire machine. Entire worksheet screen.
Venkat, what about you?
Downloaded. I mean, comment prompt actually. So
okay, you can install.
Not sure how to create, how to connect actually.
Oh, this is my okay.
That is your users. So can you look at how Shiva is doing?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's not gmail.com. It creates a user.
Yeah, so just copy that now from there.
Yeah, it creates a user without @gmail.com. Right?
It always created a user without @gmail.com before also.
Yeah. So
you can just maybe have an upper arrow key. If you give it, I think it will give you the whole command. Yeah, just remove that.
Uppercase, right? User ID.
Let's try with lower case.
No, not
you did not remove Gmail.
Gmail is still there.
Okay.
Let's try with lowercase. Right? It should not be a problem, I think.
Username shouldn't be a case sensitive.
Yeah. Type your password peacefully, okay? You can stop sharing if you want.
No, that is the password.
No, password is invisible only.
Invisible only.
No, sometimes, people, in excitement, they type something wrong. Because we are looking at the screen, right? That's why. Okay, just give this
upper arrow. Yes.
Upper arrow, give that in caps, that user. Yeah. Okay, you are in US region, right?
G. Shiva, you missed G.
Just in doing password, just take care of the case and all. You are in US East. Okay. So let's
Why
try.
it is showing?
Can you remove the region from your connection? Yeah.
Is equal minus FNA
Minus U.
U.
G Shiva MCA. Enter. Shiva, type your password on Notepad. I'll stop sharing. Okay.
Yeah, but
Stop sharing.
yeah. Okay.
Please peacefully type your password.
Let me log out, log in, right? And see
No,
the
there is no
password.
logout login. There is no log. From where?
From my console. From WebUI.
No, that is fine. You are not connected at all. You did not log in at all.
No, through WebUI. I connected through WebUI, right? For
Okay. You are talking.
Yeah,
You
I
want to
just
check
want to
your
confirm.
password.
Yeah,
Okay.
confirm the password.
Okay, go do that.
Username. Okay. This WebUI. I don't know.
So I have connected. So, so I gave the password and say goodbye or something.
So you are able to connect?
I think so. Maybe shall I mention?
Yeah. I will give you the host to it. Yeah, I made you the host.
Can you see my machine?
No. I cannot.
Now?
Yes, now I can. Okay.
So I gave the password. Okay, give some way to connect the.
Can you just maximize that? Yeah. Yeah, stretch that bar. Yeah.
What I can give first?
Type CLS, clear that screen. Yeah. Now give this command, snow SQL minus A, space minus A, space. Go to your URL. Copy that account and region also. Yeah.
To minus one, right?
Yeah. Paste. Space minus U. Space. Type your username. Venkat Raman Sampath. Raman Sampath. Enter. You remember your password, right? Yeah. Carefully.
No,
leave that. That is
okay.
nothing. Just put your enter your password carefully.
Mine is taking long time in the password. I don't know.
It's showing the type SQL statement.
Okay, so you have connected, right? So
Right.
you have connected successfully. Now connect to, so initially you are not connected to any database.
Yes.
Right?
No, I connected since I think again I reactivated. I think so. It's not showing it.
No. You have connected to account, Snowflake account. You have logged into Snowflake account.
Yes.
Now you have to connect to database. You see that it says no database dot no schema, right? So that is similar to context. In the web UI, you have that context area, right? So similar to that, this is kind of context. So here you have to connect. So say use database, use space database. You have, okay, so firstly, you don't have a database. If you go to your,
showing default.
Yeah, that is shared database. That is the shared one. Okay, so go and create one database in your web UI. You can create from here also if you want. You can say create database command also if you remember that. You can do that also. But if you don't, you can create from web UI. Demo_DB or whatever, up to you. What semicolon. Okay, now refresh your web UI. See, you will get. See, you got VenkaDB, right? So if you, by default, you will have two schemas. If you just click on that, you will have information schema and on the database.
Yes.
So if you go back to that client CLI, so by default it connects to the public schema. Okay. So any query, anything that you do, any queries, that gets fired, right? Here.
Okay. So real time mostly would be maximum working in command prompt or web UI.
Sorry.
In real time, the developers mostly work in command prompt or web UI.
Okay. It is mostly you will work from web UI only, because here it is for executing scripts and for some commands that don't work directly on web UI.
And for ETL purpose.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll stop.
Okay. So one who is not yet able to connect, I think.
Yeah, I'm unable to connect.
Can you remove the region from your part? Did you connect to web UI?
Yeah, I connected to web UI. Let me share. This is my web UI, right? Snowflake. Are you able to let me share my screen?
Yeah, you can share now.
Yeah. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
See, I verified the password, right? Am I connected to it? But it shows like that. I don't know why. So this what I'm SQL -a account with region space -u space my account name.
Yeah, remove the region. That's what I was telling you. Try by removing the region.
It says there is no invalid account like that. NoSQL.
You tried with that?
Yeah.
NoSQL -a OB8 OB8 0995.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
-u space. Right.
Yeah.
Account is this one. Username is this one.
Maybe so. I think it's not properly installed. Can I try once install again? I think so. That is the error it's showing it.
Properly installed, not installed. Okay. Maybe do I have to go to some any root directory or something like that, right? No, right? It is
No, no,
accepting my NoSQL command.
no, you don't have to. You just saw everybody connected, right?
Yeah.
It's the same process for you also.
Permission denied.
No, that is related to logging. That is not related to connection. It is waiting for the connection, right? Just hold on.
Yeah, it takes long time. Then it is. Since I recently created this account, is that the problem? Or it took some time?
No, nothing. You created in your region, right? Whatever is closest to your region, wherever you are staying.
Yeah, I used US East, Oregon.
Okay. So that is closest to you?
Yeah. I'm in US East.
Okay.
But when this is my account, right? Yeah. I have this many roles. I have which role? See, or admin also I got.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. See, nobody, for others it did not take long time, right?
No, for Vinod it took long time.
Oh, really?
Yes, and for me also it took a long time.
Yeah, initially it took long time for me.
Is this setting up something or verify the account name is correct? See, first time when I give without, see, since I gave without what is that region, it shows incorrect account name. Right?
Okay, do one thing. I think just close this window once.
Okay.
And maybe just uninstall your. If you can just okay, let's try once. Yeah, type SnowSQL. SnowSQL -A.
You want to give this?
Yeah, give the whole thing. Yeah.
With
the whole thing till the region. Yeah. -U G Shiva MC. Yeah. Can you like type your password on Notepad, and it's fine if we see. You can change it later.
Yeah. G Shiva MCA, right?
Yeah, that is correct.
No, okay. 2 minutes. Let me try this first. It should work. Okay, you go. I think you guys carry on. I will check that. Abdul, you don't need to waste time. I will check that. Okay.
No, wait. What was your password? Did you type it? What was it?
No, I type it. Wait, I will change my password here now only. How can you change the password here? Abdul, and try change the password.
Yeah.
Yeah. Current password.
Just give some simple one, no? 1, 2, 3 something.
Yeah, that is what I'm trying to do. My own. Yes. Snowflake. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I will type this here so that Snow FLAKE 1, 2, 3. Okay. This is my password. I'm using capsys. I'm using that. New password.
Confirm.
Okay.
Password successfully. Okay. Yeah.
Update password.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just note it down somewhere. Now
Yeah,
just
I
copy.
noted. Yeah, I noted it down, right? I will try
Yeah.
to use the password. I will try to log out and log in again, right?
Yeah. No, I'm saying you can just directly copy on that client. Or do one thing. Just log in. I'll tell you one thing.
So this is the password.
Yeah. Go do one thing. Go open the directory.
Directly.
That folder.
Where?
Any folder. Open one folder. Go to C drive.
This one, right?
No. Go to C drive.
This is my the command. Can
No,
I
that is fine.
run?
That is fine. Listen, Shiva. Go to C drive and go to users.
C users.
Yeah,
Okay.
users. Go to G Shift.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you see that dots NoSQL second
Yes.
line.
Yes.
Yeah, go there. So this, guys, everybody see, I was going to show this to you next. Okay, so if you all go to your user directories and go to this dots NoSQL directory, you will see one config file. So just open that config file. So here you can, configure your database details, the connection details. So you don't have to again and again enter your credentials. So there in the account name, just go up. Yeah, so you see that connections.example there, connections.example.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so in the account name, give your account identifier, OB, whatever that was. OB and yeah, US is dot username, give your username. And give your password. You can change it later, okay? Once after the class.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you see that connections.example, right? So dot example is actually the name of the connection you will use to log in with. So just give some meaningful, maybe dev, production, QA, whatever. Connections dot. For example, replace with some meaningful as per you. Okay, so that is dev you have given. So guys, here when we set these default configuration, you don't have to always type in your account name, username, and all that, and password also. So just save this.
Yes, I saved it.
Yeah. So just go to the command prompt now. Yeah. Yeah. Now the command to connect is snowSQL space -c.
Minus?
C.
Config.
C, only C. Then what you give dev, right? Yeah, give dev. -c is for connection. Now enter. Let's see what happens. Okay. Can you go back to guys? You also do this parallelly, please. All of the other ones.
Yeah, I am able to connect, Abdul.
You are able to connect. Okay. Through this, right? Through this.
Yeah,
way.
through this. Yeah. Dev.
Okay. Okay. Shiva, can you go back to the config?
Yes.
OB. Okay. US East dot. US East.
Now after connect second line, 24 line number 24, you need to make this connect space dev.
But that is commented, right? That is a commented this thing,
Oh, okay, commented line, right? Oh,
yeah.
Because I made that change.
No, even if you don't, it will connect because that is not getting executed. You see the hash, right? That is connected.
Connected.
Yeah. Shiva, can you let's do one thing. Can you do .aws also on the account name?
This?
Yeah. Can you save and see? Yeah, enter. Oh, yes. Finally. So guys, actually what happens, sometimes for US people, it takes the whole thing. So region-wise, it varies. Okay. So for us who are in India, up to region, it is fine. For some people, it is up to account also. Till account also, it is fine. But for some, it takes region also, and it takes cloud also. So maybe Shiva is in US region, so that's why it needs the whole thing. Okay. So that is why. That is the reason. And for different clouds also, if you're Azure, if you're in Google, then also it's something different. It might take up to region, just the account or the whole till cloud. It might take like that. So it depends on where you are situated.
How to exit, log out or something like that?
I think it's like exclamation exit.
Yeah, it's showing that.
Yeah, so do that, no?
Yeah. Right now, no SQL hyphen.
So Venkat, I'm removing your host, Shiva.
Removing my host? Okay.
You want to share? You want to share the screen?
No, it is fine. Yeah. I will stop sharing.
Venkat, what about you? Are you able to connect with that way, which we just did through directly configuring?
Yeah, doing now.
Okay.
Something like enable to connect.
Shiva, you are trying with something, right? Some other option.
Yeah, I was trying to in the normal way. It is not working.
Okay, leave it. Just do it with that config thing.
Yeah.
So guys, so that is the shortcut, guys. And if you further see that file, okay, I will not show you the file because I have the passwords there. Okay, so if you further see the file, you will see that you can configure the default database that you want to connect when you are connecting, the default DB name, the default schema, default warehouse, the default role. If you want, like default, it will connect with compute warehouse, and default role also it will connect with account admin. But if you don't want to connect with that, so if you see the top lines, right, where you have hash account name, hash username, hash schema name, line 16, 17, 18 there. So there you can just remove that hash, okay, uncommented, and enter your database, schema, warehouse, a role name that you want to get connected with in the initial connection. And same command, SQL -C, and give the command that connection name. And you can have multiple connections. So if you copy paste that connections.dev, right, you can copy paste the whole thing and you can make it as prod also and pass the other credentials to it.
Well, are you sharing machine? I'm not able to see.
No, I'm not sharing because that is the file there, right? Let me do one thing. I'll just maybe put my password details below and show it to you. Just a minute. Yeah, you see here. So this file you also guys have, right? So here you can give the default database names, schema name, a warehouse, the role that you want to connect with, and remove this hash. Okay. So whenever you connect with that connection, it will automatically, right now when you connect, it says no database, no schema, right? So here, if you select something, it will connect with that. And you can, by default, it is, can you tell me the default role it is connected to, you're connected to right now on your CLI?
Public.
All of you? Guys, I asked for the default role you're connected on CLI.
Abdul, how do you go to given database and schema after we connect into no database and no schema?
You have to use that command, use database, use schema. Venkat, what is the default role you have connected?
Actually, previously, for that first option, it was public Abdul.
Okay.
Currently, so no database, no schema like that.
Wait, let me make you the host. Yeah, can you share your screen? Guys, this means you guys don't practice. It's very simple. Okay, you have connected to the account. So I am asking which is the default role? Role like account admin, sysadmin, public. How will you know that which role I have connected?
So maybe we need, I think that should be a default syntax, but default it will be public, right?
No, there is, for example, how we just had checked, show current something we have seen, right? Current user. Not show, we have done select current user, like we know that done that. So I want to know what I have connected. For example, if you say select current underscore user, can you do that? Select current underscore user, brackets. No, only user.
Enter, right?
No, brackets, open, close bracket. This is a context function, right?
Okay. Yes.
Semicolon, enter. Right. So you have logged in as Venkatraman Sampath. That is your username. So I'm asking, what is the default role that you have connected with? So if you want to know, how will you see that?
From command prompt, right?
Yes. So select current underscore role. Underscore, current underscore. Yep, semicolon. Right. So you have logged in as account admin role, right? So what I'm saying is I showed you that that config file, right? So I'll show you again. Just a minute. I'll just take host back. Yeah. So here, if you Venkat, what you do is remove this hash here. Okay. So basically you're uncommenting it, right? And here give sysadmin in caps. Okay, and then you log out of that Snow SQL client, and then log in, and then see the current user. So once you do these changes here, let me know. I will ask you to share the screen. I'm giving you the host anyway. Once you do the changes, share the screen and show us, right?
Role name only, no?
Sorry? Role name. Yeah, role name. Remove that hash. Role name equal to whatever. They give something like sysadmin.
Absolutely.
And save the file, and then you share the screen. Venkat, do one more thing. Sorry, do one more thing. There is that DB name also there in that file, if you see. DB name.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so just remove that hash and say DB name equal to demo. No, sorry, your database is Venkat. Yeah, enter that, enter the schema name also, and then you share your screen. Guys, others are following, right? What Venkat is doing. Any doubts what he's doing? Maybe you guys can also do that parallelly.
So I can I'll share my screen.
Yeah. So, guys, you have worked on Oracle, right? So you must have come across that SQL plus CLI, and for MS SQL there might be some other CLI, right? Venkat? No, not logout. Hash exit. Sorry, not hash exit. Exclamation exit. No, just enter. Gives semicolon and enter. Yeah, semicolon and enter. Control C.
Shift.
Anyway, close it. Just close it. It's okay. No problem. Close the whole box. Yeah. Minus C. Want to break your keyboard? Oops. That is your connection name?
Oh, okay.
Venkat, that is your connection name? Venkat Rama?
Yes. Yeah, that is my... yes, this is my connection. Okay, I need to give that... yes, this is only my connection name.
Okay. Could not found... no connection found. Okay. Can you show your config file? You can change your password later if you want.
Yeah.
So is it your... No, but you are... Can you go to web UI? Can you go to your web UI? Venkat_db. Okay, go back. Go to config. Venkat_db. Okay, public. Sys admin is also correct. Can you make it uppercase? I don't think that's a problem, but anyway, let's see. At Venkat_db. Hey, Venkat, your connection name is not Venkat Sampath. I mean, hold on, don't change that. Your connection name is Snowflake Working.
Okay. So I need to get some answers.
Just change your passwords, guys. Okay, later on.
Okay.
Right. So, can you do select current role? Select current underscore. No. Current underscore. Yeah. Semicolon enter.
But I need to exit. Okay, close, but I didn't exit. That's the reason I think it's showing default actually.
Give hash exit. Sorry, exclamation exit. Exclamation exit. Semicolon enter. You're jumping on the keyboard or what?
Yeah.
Okay, go back to your config. If a connection doesn't specify, I will default to this. Okay. Can you bring those? Can you copy paste those below your connection, Venkat? That 16 and 17 line, just copy paste them below the password, below that connection. Come to that connection, yeah, below that password line. Can you paste that? Don't give any space. Yeah, and copy paste that role name also. 19. Make them hash. Make the other ones hash. Comment them back. 16 and 17 and 19. Control S.
Okay, right. Can I try now? Exit and try.
Yeah, exit and yeah. Cool. Hit the keyboard hard. Others, were you able to do anything? See now. See. I could say Venkat underscore DB connected. What happened? I just saw Venkat underscore DB. Anyway, can you just do select current underscore role? Underscore. Simple. Guys, others see this admin, right? Here, there is the way you can, change your settings. If you don't want it to connect with default, you can change like this. How about others? Were you guys able to do it? Maybe Vinod or...
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
After another thing is, what was the issue for Shiva? I didn't got that issue. How that was
No, that DB name and all that needs to come in the connection part actually.
No, I'm not asking my issue. Shiva's issue clear, right? So you are giving that first account name. Post that you are giving some other thing and it was corrected, right? Just an asking.
Okay. So Shiva, can you explain it to him?
Yeah, are you able to hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
Venkat. See, the URL, right? Account name, when you guys have created an account in the Asian region, maybe you guys would have connected to Mumbai or whatever, Chennai, whichever is closer to you, right? I have chosen US East Ohio, which is Ohio or Oregon. There are two. Only two are available in the US East for me. Since I am from US East region, I have chosen Oregon. So for that particular region, it is expecting us to give .aws. The account name is complete only when you give the O000, right? .us east .aws. So maybe for when people who is trying to connect from US, right? It is mandatory to use the cloud service provider also. If it is Azure, they have to give the Azure. If it is a GCP, they have to give the GCP, like that. Maybe they set up the security or whatever, maybe like this when we have a communicated from the US. That's it.
Thanks.
So Venkat, you understood?
Yeah, I understood.
Okay, cool. Okay, guys. So we have a NoSQL connected, so which is good now, because we need that for data loading. Okay. So, okay, let me go back to the slide. Right. So guys, how do we load data into Snowflake? So first case that we are going to look at is loading local files, that is in your local file system or local server, to Snowflake, to the cloud data warehouse Snowflake. Okay, that is the first case that we are going to look at. So what happens is, it happens in stages. First stage is that the files that we are going to load, they go and sit in a staging area. Okay, so we are going to come to that zone. Okay, they come to that staging area, and in the second phase, it gets loaded. Okay, so very simple, nothing complicated here. Then what is a stage, right? Stages or staging areas are places to put things temporarily before moving them to more stable location. Okay, so this is a real world example. So this whole data warehousing concept has actually come from your physical data warehouses, right? That large warehouses where you keep your raw materials, your products, etc. So what happens in the data warehouse, the physical data warehouse, they have something called as landing areas here. This yellow marked lines, if you see sections, these are called as landing areas. So what happens when the truck comes in with it wants to store the goods into the data warehouse, or vice versa, it wants to take the goods from data warehouse into the truck and take it to wherever it wants to deliver it. So these landing areas are for temporary purpose. They will keep, so these shelves are your permanent stuff where you keep your products or where raw material there. But if you want to put it into the truck or unload it from the truck, so two terminologies here: load into the truck or unload from the truck. You do not do that directly into the truck. You have a staging area. You call this a landing area also, right? You keep it there and then you load or unload, depending on your task. And this is temporary area. Always, it is always empty. Only while loading and unloading, we will use this area. So similar to this concept of staging has come. So in the traditional data warehouses, you had this transaction databases. Then if you wanted to, transfer some data from your source to destination, you would have staging databases in between or staging tables in between. And then you would do whatever ETL you want to, and then further some ETLs and then into the database, right? So this is how a traditional data warehousing system looks like even today, right? But Snowflake is different when it comes to loading data into it. So here, if you see, these are your local files. Okay, let's forget the upper part here. Okay, these are files kept in these three storages. We are not looking at this case right now. Okay, we are looking at the case where we have files at the local system. So the local system that is, for example, I loaded that SF student file, right? That was on my local system. So from my local system, I will put it into Snowflake staging area. And from staging area, I will load it into Snowflake tables. Okay. So we need to understand some stages. Like there are different types of staging areas in Snowflake. Okay, so we need to understand that first. So I'll quickly tell you about these stages today, and tomorrow we'll load a file. Okay. So remember, guys, we are talking right now about files that we're going to load from local system. So as I said,
I have a doubt.
yeah.
So the staging area means we are going to do some transformation, right? Or the reason only we are using.
No, I'm coming to staging. You will know what it is. So in Snowflake, there are two types of stages. Okay, one is called internal and one is called external. Okay, so forget external as of now. We'll concentrate on internal. Okay, so see what internal stage is. Okay, Snowflake refers to the location of data files in cloud storage as stage. So the files that is in my local system, there is a Snowflake area or there's a Snowflake staging area where that files will go and sit before getting loaded. There's no transformation as such happening there. Okay, it is just that I am transferring my files from my local system to the Snowflake staging area, and from there it is getting loaded. You understood now, Venkat?
No, I didn't get that.
Files are going and sitting in the staging area of Snowflake. There's no transformation happening there. Okay.
Yes.
So the copy into command used for both bulk and continuous data loads, that is Snowflake cloud storage contained in the Snowflake account. So from there, we will fire once your file from local file system goes to staging area of Snowflake. There we will fire this copy command, which will load data into the Snowflake table. Okay. Let's forget the external storage as of now. Some performance considerations are to be used also, considered also. That also will come in some time. So there are two types of stages, as I told you. One is internal and one is external. So let's forget what is external right now. See, this is what happens. This is local file system. Okay, that is your computer or your Unix server, whatever it is. Here you have your data files. You cannot directly load them into Snowflake into a table. You have to first stage them. So where will you stage them? In the Snowflake staging area. Okay. So for the local file system, always the internal staging area of Snowflake is used. Right? Here I said there are two types of stages, internal and external. So for the local file system loading of data, we always stage it in the internal staging area. Okay. This is how the diagram is shown. Local file system, data files are there. Through the put command, there is a command called put. You will put your files from local file system into Snowflake staging area. For that, you use a put command. And this put command only works on SnowSQL CLI. You cannot run this command on web UI. Okay? Because this is an operating system related command. And the web UI is not an operating system. It is a properly cloud data warehouse, while CLI is an interface, right? So operating system command like put, get, all that kind of stuff, you cannot directly run on web UI. This is asked in certification also. Can you run put directly on web UI? Or they will give you a certain list of commands and ask which you cannot run directly. So put, you cannot run directly on web UI, which is why we have installed Snowflake. So sorry, SnowSQL. Okay. So stage one, load data, put the local files into staging area. That is the first step phase. And as I said, for local file system, it has to go and sit in internal stage. Remember this. Now, internal stage also has three categories, three classifications. One is called user stage, one is called table stage, and one is called name stages. Okay. So let's look at what user stage is. So every user, like this is our user, right? APT31 Snowflake is my user. Your users are Shiva, Venkat, Vinod. So every user by default gets a stage that is called as a stage, user stage. Okay, see, a user stage is allocated to each user for storing files. This stage type is designed to store files that are staged and managed by a single user, but can be loaded into multiple tables. User stages cannot be altered or dropped. Okay, so this comes as a part of your user only, right? And here, suppose if you stage a file into a user stage, suppose Venkat stages one file into his user, okay, user stage. Shiva or Vinod or me, we cannot access those files. Only he can access those files and he can load from that staging area to multiple tables wherever he wants to, wherever he wants to load those files. So basically, we cannot access other user stages files. It is only that particular user, only he or she can access it. That is the restriction. Okay, so that is why it is not used much. They cannot be altered or dropped because it is an implicitly provided staging area. As soon as you create a user, it will always be there for you. File format needs to be specified as so. We will look at this later. Don't worry. So now, if you want to look at the contents of the user stage, like what all, so I just showed you this diagram here. So you see this, the local files. Through the put command, you will put into an internal stage, okay? Or it could be internal name stage, or it could be a table stage, or it could be a user stage. You see these three types of internal stages are being shown. Either of the stages you can put the files. Okay, so here this case here is showing for the user stage. If you see this here, okay, so you put the local file into this user stage. Suppose Venkat puts a file on his local system into his user stage. Okay, so this user stage will, the content of this user stage.
Your voice is not clear.
Guys, is it okay now?
No, for me, it is clear.
Now
okay. Okay, so suppose Venkat puts a whatever local files he has into a user stage, and if you want to further go and confirm that he has put all the files in the stage and they have all successfully be staged in the user staging area. So how we can do that is through the list command. This is the list command and @tilde. Always remember to check the contents of the user stage. It will be @tilde. They ask you in certification. They will say list @tilde which stage content it will show. Okay. So if I go to you also guys can do that. If I go and say list @tilde. See, it is showing me some worksheets and all that. Okay. So these worksheets that we are working on, it is showing me that. But if I load some files here, if I state some files here from my local system, which I'll do in some time, that also it will show me. Okay, so let me do that. Let me take one. So the data set that we are going to use for loading is employees data set. I will put them in the drive also. And the data set that you guys have to load is for cricket that you will do as an assignment. Okay. Employee. Okay. So what I'll do is, guys, using the put command, I will stage these files into my user stage. Okay. So how do I do this? See. So I will go, as I told you, I can only do that through my Snow and SQL client. Let me go there. So guys, I'm removing the share because I recently created this account, right? So my config details might be old. Let me just quickly configure them. Let's do this. in the meantime, Vinod and Venkat, are you able to see in the switch roles org admin role assigned now? If you can just quickly check.
Yes, Abdul. I'm able to see org admin, public security admin, sysadmin, and user admin.
Okay. So initially, you can also see. Okay. Initially, if you remember, we did not have org admin assigned.
Yes, sir.
That day I showed you, right, on the during the session. I just changed my configuration, guys. I'm trying to connect it. Come on, connect. Okay, cool. I'm connected now. Okay, I will use. Okay, so this is the command, guys. Put, then you give the file path. You give at the rate this database and your this thing. For this case, for the users thing, you don't have to give all this. You just need to give at the rate tilde. Okay, so I will just copy this. I will just copy my file path. Just a minute. And I will run this on my web UI also and show it to you. So here, this is the command put file. You need to give the path where we have the files. Okay. So I have it here. Okay. In this drive, I have the files. And you can put multiple files. So I will give like this, and I have what? The employees files 01, 02, 03, 04. So all CSV. So I have said 0 star.csv. I have given this wildcard. And this is the staging I need to mention. Which staging? So mine is user staging, right? I want to stage it here. So put the file path of the files you want to put into which staging. So this at the rate tilde I told you is for user. Oops. The command is not supported from the UI put. Okay. Now we will go and fire it on the CLI. See, it says source, this target, it compressed it automatically as DZ. Source size was this, it was compressed to this size. Okay, what was the compression methodology? What is the status? It got uploaded. So which means it got uploaded into my user stage area. As I told you, this is at the rate tilde is user stage. And what have we done till now? These local files, we have loaded it here. This staging area here. Okay, so the phase 1 is done. So if we go and check now the contents, whether they have come or not. See, list at the rate this. So all these files have come out. They are now in the staging area of Snowflake, internal stage, and under the internal stage category, user stage. There we have uploaded these files, right? You can go and fire this command from here also. Okay, so you will see that. So any command you can do that. And if you want to remove this from the staging area, Because guys, because this is also data, right? So as long as you will have these files sitting in the staging area, Snowflake will charge you for that. So you just need to say RM at the rate tilde. Everything removed. See.
No, we can remove specific file also by mentioning the file name, right?
I think so. Never tried that. Let me put that file again. Okay, all of them uploaded. Okay, so then you want to say RM / maybe this one. Yeah, just one also you can remove. Okay, so I'll just remove everything and again put it back. Okay, so this is the file that I have staged in my user staging area, which comes as a default staging area associated to my user. Okay, the other users cannot access it. For example, if I have multiple users in my account here, this one here, the other users will not be able to access it because this is staging area specific to that user. And each user comes by default with a staging area which cannot be altered, which cannot be dropped. And that is called as user staging area. And the contents can be accessed as @tilde, or it can be uploaded. The files can be uploaded as @tilde. So the command is put the file path of your files and the staging that you want to use. So here, out of those 3 internal staging, you can write any one. So first case we have seen is of user stages @tilde. Okay. So what are the constraints? Multiple users require access to files, then they will not be able to, obviously. The current user doesn't have privilege to insert into tables where data needs to be loaded. So if that user doesn't have the role which can insert into tables, so there's no point, even if you stage the files there, it will not be able to load. Okay. The next stage is called as table stages. Okay. So each table has a Snowflake stage allocated to it by default for storing files. So similar to users, tables, whatever table you create, each table, they have its own staging area. That is called as table stages. Okay. So this stage is a convenient option if your file needs to be accessible to multiple users and only need to be copied into a single table. So multiple users can access this table stage, okay, provided they have access privilege on that table. But it cannot load into multiple tables. It will be only allowed to insert into that table only, to which that stage belongs. Okay, but whereas in user stage, you can load into any multiple tables. So these employee files, I can load into any tables I want when they are sitting in the user stage. But when I am in the table stage, I cannot do that. I have to load them into that table only, to which stage I have uploaded those files. But multiple users can access it. Of course, they need to have privilege on that table first. Okay, so table stage has the following characteristics and limitations. Table stages have the same name as the table. Okay, so user stage was having this @tilde, but table name, the table stage will be same name as table name only. Example, a table name my table has a stage referenced as @my table. So for user stage, it was @tilde. For table would be @table name. Remember this @%. Okay, followed by table name. And how to access it? The contents, same list command only, but you just need to mention the stage you want to see the contents of. So if I take example here, if I go to public here, say this one, let's list the demo tab, okay, or maybe this Snowflake students. So what is how do you access it? @% the table. Same. Multiple expressions. Okay, so for a table, you need to have a database selected. For user, obviously, you don't need a database selected because user is not a database object, right? It is an account level. Yeah. So see, it doesn't have any what do you call files as of now. But if I want to put same way, let me remove this from the user stage and I will put it here. Same way, I just have to say percentage and the name of the stage, which is similar to the table name. Cannot perform stage position. Okay, here also see I have not selected database and schema, right? So I need to do that. Use database demo DB. By default, it will take public. See, uploaded, right? Now, if I go and look at the contents, see, they have come here. But I cannot load these files anywhere else. I will have to load it into Snowflake, this table only, this Snowflake students table. Okay. So guys, we will stop here today. Tomorrow we will see, look at internal stage third time, and we will load data also tomorrow. And if time permits, we'll also look at the topics ahead of that. Just remove it, otherwise it will. Okay, so RM, I will have to use that stage, right? The table stage, because I uploaded there. Otherwise, it will cost me. Removed. If I now do list, it's not there. Okay. So before we wrap up, any doubts in today's session?
This is okay. So you told that we can, you are doing from CSV. So SnowSQL can you do for AWS? From there I can do the ETL and bring it to the stage.
Sorry, what?
No,
your voice is breaking, Venkat.
Can you hear me now? It's not clear?
Yes.
Yeah. You should give us the demo regarding that, maybe the CSV files and flat file, moving into from SnowSQL to the stage. So likewise, I can do for AWS data also move to the through Snowpipe, right? SnowSQL to the stage.
No. For S3 to Snowflake staging area, you don't need SnowSQL. SnowSQL CLI. We don't need it.
Will not be used. Will be used.
It will. No. It will directly do. Once we come to that, you will see that.
It is external, right?
Oh.
That will be an external. So I don't want to tell you right now.
Today we cover only internal, right?
Okay. Got it.
From the files, we are considering local file to Snowflake. Okay, this one. Local file system, that is your laptop or your local computer to Snowflake data warehouse. There is something called as, yeah. So we are looking at this part, local file to Snowflake. So this cloud storage areas will look next. Okay, that time you will see how it is done. But to answer your question, you don't need SnowSQL that time.
It will support unstructured data also, SnowSQL.
Yeah, any data, any structured data.
Okay.
Abdul, I have a question. Abdul.
Yeah.
Directories, for example, you mean to say we have user staging and table staging, right? In a case, the user staging, I get file every day, right? In that the root directory, whatever you are giving list at tilde, which means looks like it's a root directory, right? So if you want to create the folders every day, right? Can I create a subfolder like NAS location?
You
and
can
put it the file inside the folder, because that
Yes.
is meaningful. We cannot put everything in a root directory. It is technically not possible, right? Instead of putting a file, can I create a folder?
You saw what I did, right?
Yeah, you created a folder. And now it should show the directory now. Put root now. Yeah.
Okay.
Go
You
to
can do
your
that.
SnowSQL. Go to your SnowSQL. Is it created a metadata or something? What is the folder name? Employee data, right?
I mentioned as employees data. You can mention anything.
Yeah, it created a for directory, right? That is what I want to see.
Yeah, it did not create here. It created in the cloud. This is my staging it in the cloud.
Yeah, I understand that. Go to UI, put list tilde. Is it the employee directory showing?
Yeah, this is what is directory.
Oh, yeah.
I think you can do list like this also. See?
Yeah.
You can do that.
Yes.
But you will not use these stages often. You will be using the third stage. So I'll tell you tomorrow.
Account level, right?
No, the third one, this one. Name stages.
What is named stages? Okay, we'll see it tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see that tomorrow. So that you create from here. Databases. You see the stages here? Under the databases, you see the stages here, right?
Yes.
Yeah, here you will create them.
Oh,
I'll tell you about
our own stage.
Yeah, our customized stages.
Yeah, it must be account level stage, right?
No. Where is it coming? Where do you see this stage?
No, for example, right? You log into through some account, right? If you create the name stages, those.
Tell me where is it showing? First, tell me that.
It is showing database.
So it has to be database, right?
Oh, sorry. Okay, it is database level, which means that, right?
Yes. So let me go to that hierarchy also. That hierarchy, yeah. See this stage.
Oh, database and schema.
Yeah. Database, under database directly, you cannot create anything. You have to have a schema first under that.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Yeah, and guys, always make sure you remove the staging files because it will, add to your storage cost. So yeah, any doubt? Any other doubt? The note.
No, clear.
Okay.
But currently we are using free of them. You are telling in production or now?
Yeah, in production. Currently also it is, free only, but when we are running in the real time scenario, right? That time, if you don't require those files in the staging, just remove it. Yeah. Right now here it is fine. Here, up to $400 and till your account is active, it's all fine. But in real time, you have to consider these scenarios, these considerations of storage cost and all. Okay, so I think table state also I just showed you, right? By uploading the code file. Yeah, I just showed you that. Let me see if I just read that whole thing out. I'll just read that completely. Okay. Just hold on, guys. I'll just read this completely and then we can close. Table stages have the same name. Okay, I've read this. They cannot be altered or dropped because they are also part of tables. Then when you create, okay, each table will have its own table stage. And this is how you access it. @ percentage my table. So always remember tilde is for user stage, percentage is for tables. Table stage does not support setting file format options. Instead, you must specify file format. Okay, I'll show you this once you load the data. I'll tell you that. Table stages do not support transforming data while loading it. Okay, this also I'll tell you tomorrow. Note that a table stage is not a separate database object. Okay, table stage is not a separate database object. Rather, it is an implicit stage tied to the table itself. A table stage has no grantable privileges of its own. So whatever grants you have on the table level, you will have automatically on this table stage also. To stage files to a table stage, list the files, query them on the stage or drop them. You must be a table owner. Okay. The option is not appropriate if you need to copy the data in the files into multiple tables. So it doesn't support copying or loading those files into multiple tables. It will load into that table. And you should be the owner of that particular table to do this, or at least maybe the privilege you should have. Okay, so just go and look in the all privileges section if there is some privilege given to you to stage files if you are not the owner of it. Okay, but only the owner of that particular table can do this staging of the file, querying on the stage, listing the files and dropping the files, that is removing the files. So these are certain characteristics of table stages and user stages. So as I said, there are two types of stages in Snowflake, internal and external. We are currently looking at internal. Internal also has three types: user stages, table stages, and named stages. So we have looked at user stage and table stage. Tomorrow we will look at name stage also, and we'll load the files also. Those employee files that we have, right? That we will load. Okay, so yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Then have a good day ahead, and
Thank you.
see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you.